Hey guys, my fault. My internet just like randomly cut out. That was so weird. But let's get back into it. I think we won that trade also.
Oh,
Still live? Not quite. Oh, we got 3 seconds to see what it's gonna do. No, we didn't get that one. So you guys see how it crossed up and now it's starting to cross back down. When it's down here, this gives you the highest probability of the trade, especially down here. This is the ideal area. Can you guys see my screen?
yeah.
Okay, this is the ideal area to get in at. When you see this crossing down up and when you see this from the bottom crossing up, or when it's at least coming from that area. And this must be a ceiling also because we're getting many reactions here. So we just gotta wait. Like I said, I just want to put in trades so you guys can see how things work. These wouldn't be the trades that I really take in real life because they're too risky. We want to take the highest probability trades. I just want to show you guys like how the market moves. So this is still pushing up. This is still pushing up. It looks like this zone right here is like where we're getting some resistance. Now, what either happens is it's either going to bounce off this and push back down or break through and break out. So this is like the floor of the house. This is the ceiling of the house. And once it breaks through the roof, it go crazy or it'll bounce back down. But at this moment, it's still deciding what it wants to do. And like I said, sometimes you might wait like 30 minutes for your move. And if you were like more of a 1 minute trader, like I know a lot of people, the 1 minute traders, they get in on an immediate move like this. They see it hit ceiling, 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 ceiling. They see this high on the RSI. They see this pointing down. They see it losing momentum, and they get in on those 1 minute moves. But I personally think it's still going to push up. We just literally have to wait till the damn stochastic come all the way down, or at least to the middle, and then push back up. So we're going to go ahead and mark this one so we can get back to it and wait for the stochastic to be where we need it to be. Let's see what this first one did. All right, so this is where we left. It hit this ceiling. It tried to push up, hit the ceiling, and push down again. And what did the stochastic show you? Showed you the same story. Another thing, when it crossed this 50 line, we see the push down. So we see the momentum push up and we see the drop. And we can literally read it. When we see this stochastic push back up and we see this RSI push back up, what the Hakanashis tell us with the colors, like we can literally read this and ride the wave. So let's see what the greater, what the 5 minute was doing. So the 5 minute told us it was pushing down. And remember when we said on this one, this was a little too early over here. We said it was going to lose momentum. We just kind of had to wait on it. So this was probably the best move or the better move. This is still pushing down. So I still feel like this is going to push down for a while. So you're seeing everything that we see or everything that we called, it actually happened. We just wasn't looking at the trade at the time because I just wanted to look at different trades. But I'm gonna try to see if I can scalp a little 1 minute. Now I'm just trying to be a sharpshooter because I just want to show you guys how it works. If this pushes up past the 50 line and I get this cross too, I'll put in a 1 minute and see if I can get it, just to see if I can kind of catch that.
And why do you prefer 3 minutes over 1 minute?
Because I feel like with the if I'm looking at the 5 minute time frame, I feel like time is on my side. If this is way up here and these are 5 minute candles, I'm pretty much going to have 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes worth of push down. And also sometimes the market gets real erratic. Like it might go in your direction, but as you can see, like it will like spike up and down and you just don't want to get caught in that. So I feel like if I would have caught it up here with 3 minutes, time is on my side. A lot of people as close to me do 2 minutes and that's cool too. I personally do three. Sometimes I go to two, but and that's also the way I was trained too. Like the expert traders that I know that's really making a lot of money, they do 2 3 minute trades. Now, if you're doing 2 minute trades and it's working for you and you hit it, by all means, do it. I don't do 3 minute trades all the time. That's just like my default. A lot of times I do 2 minute trades as well. And it's all off of the 5 minute time frame as well as far as the time. So it's 8:03 right now my time. With me having 2 minutes left, if I feel like a move was made and I want to get in before the next 5 minute mark, I can make a 2 minute trade. And if you guys want to look through your pairs and try to find a setup, you guys can call it out and we can look at it and I can tell you why it may be a good trade, a bad trade, why to get in it, why not to get in it. Or if you clear a trade, let me know and we can look over it as well.
For sure, for sure.
Like I said, all questions and feedback is definitely appreciated. I want to make sure we all on the same page. And another side note, I learned everything that I learned from an academy called iMarkets Live. Some of you may have heard of it, some of you may have not. And it's been an amazing experience, and I learned from six-figure traders, and I'm just basically recycling the knowledge that I learned from them and giving it to y'all. I would love for you guys to eventually want to come and join my team. But if not, you should still be able to come in and make money as well. So I just wanted to put out the information for you guys because I feel like at this moment, everybody needs to know something about trading. Like this is 2021 and this is going to be the year of trading for real because so many people have been making money off of it and it's not a secret no more. So if you guys have any questions about like the other more advanced classes, feel free to, get to me and I can let you guys know more about it. So it looks like we're getting a nice little push up here, but if it crosses the line, then that's why I'm gonna wait to get in because it could be a fake out. It's a lot of fake outs in the market. So that's where your patience come into play. And we kind of just got to do what the market tells us. Now, just so I won't confuse you guys, the ultimate move is definitely the push down, but what we're trying to catch is what's called a pullback. And some people can trade like that if you are like a precise trader. And you see it's doing, I'm gonna get in on, let me change this to 2 minutes. Strictly because we're getting across here and we're getting across here. So I'm trying to see if this is called sniping. So if you can like snipe an entry and get in at a precise moment, and you could eventually get that trade. So let's just see what happens. Also, when I trade, like in my live account, if I miss 2 trades in the entire session, I stop. So if my first 2 trades is done, I literally stop trading because something that people get into is what's called revenge trading. And if you get into revenge trading, I can guarantee you're always going to lose money. These are literally the valuable gems that can save you guys thousands and thousands of dollars. No revenge trading. If you lose 2 trades, it's okay. Stay to trade another day. You guys don't have to get revenge. No payback. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't your day. You didn't call them out right. Get back on demo and practice. And when you get live again, get back to it. And if you hit 10 trades in a row, hey, you hit 10 trades in a row. And then if you lose 2 trades after that, you still won 8 trades. So you always want to put yourself in a position to win. Now, for example, like you guys see how I was in the green at the minute mark. If I would have made this like a minute, I would have easily cleared that. But let's just see what happens.
Yeah, I traded the same one that you did, but I traded it for a minute.
And you got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes it's all about like maybe if you're doing a counter trend move, you might want to do shorter time frames because the ultimate time frame is telling us it's pushing back. But sometimes we might get these little pullbacks. And it looked like I missed that one with the 2 minute. So I definitely advise you guys to put these in your demo as well and see if you can grab something and you'll see if you got it or if you didn't get it. Well, I got 10 seconds. We might have a chance. Let's see what happens.
So on a daily basis or How many hours a day do you sit down and trade?
I personally trade for about an hour or two, and it's actually not even trading. It's more so just looking at the charts. Actual trading, I'll probably trade for about 15 to 20 minutes because I only need two, three trades for the day.
So
It's more,
you go in with like a dollar amount that you want to make for the day, and then you just try to get the try to look for enough. Try to look for the setups that'll just get you your two or three trades that you need to get that amount or whatever.
right. I try to increase my profits by 5% a day. So depending on what I got in my live account, I just literally do zero times it by 0.05, and that's the goal I want to get for the day. And then let's just say if it's $100, I'll split that 100 into 25s. So if my goal was 25, four trades, I should be able to get it. So that's kind of how I do it. So I won't be like, okay, well, let's just put up a whole 100. Then I lost my 5% in one trade. And that's just my personal strategy.
Yep. Okay. Okay.
When starting your live account, how much capital, like what's a good size capital
You got
starting account?
you guys can start with a $50 account. The link that I gave you, I believe they give you like a $50 bonus or they match what you put in. So you can put in $50 in pocket options, and then pocket options will give you another $50 to trade with. Um, it's like it should be like a credit on the thing that I gave you. So whenever you guys decide to put in like live, if it says anything about a coupon code or a credit or anything, just say yes. Or if it says like, it should tell you something about like the credit, and then you guys can trade with that. Now, if you want to trade with more, trade with more, but I advise you guys to start small in the beginning. And if you got a $50 account, start with $1 trades. So worst case scenario, let's say you got a couple of days losing, you only lost $6, $8, $12. Then get back to your demo. Get back to your demo, and get your strategies together. Or if you decide to, join the academy and get the tools that we use, you'll have a higher probability of what's going on with the trades. Now, 15 seconds left in this trade, and if we don't get no crazy spikes, I can tell you exactly why we won it and why it was a good trade. And I'm glad I took it because usually when I'm talking and I see the moves, I don't take it. Let's see if we clear. All right, so we cleared that one. So the reason why this cleared is because once again, the 5 minute is telling us we got momentum to the downside. This crossed down as well. So as you see, we got 15 minutes of sales. So when we go to the 1 minute, initially we tried to catch it on a push up, but that push up was over and this crossed back down. So when it crossed back down and this crossed back down to 50, I said, let me put in a quick 2 minute and see if I can grab it. And I grabbed it. So it's just really all about reading the market, you know. And the market right now is also in consolidation. You guys remember what I said about consolidation?
Yeah.
Moving sideways.
Right. So you see how the market's pretty much been in this zone for all of these minutes. Let's see how many minutes this has been. I'll put on 5 minute candles. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This has been about 2-3 hours worth of consolidation. So just knowing the consolidated markets, those are not the best markets to trade in. Can you make money? Yes. But we want to try and get it in the big trends like this. When we catch these and we get in for 1, 2, 3 minutes, we can securely grab the bag. But when we see it's choppy like this and it's not really making a move, um, it decreases the probability of the trades. Now we got a good setup, but the market is consolidated. So if it does do a little weird spike, you know why? Like the consolidation, it can go either way. All of these long candles, the market really hasn't made a decision yet. Now, can you get wins in there? Yes, but the preference is to get in on the trending markets like this. Like this whole thing was like a nice long trend. And just to give you guys like this right here, like we want to get on all those strong moves. And just to let you guys know, the psychology of the market is, I believe they say it's in consolidation about 70% of the time, and it trends 30% of the time. So a lot of this is going to be the waiting game. But when you find your move and you get your breakout and you get in on it, it's going to be easiest money you ever made. But overall, like we said the market was going to go down based off of what we saw, and we marked it right here, and you're seeing what it's doing. So let's go to Euro GBP and see if it's doing what we thought it was going to do. So let's go to the 5 minute. We marked up the 5 minute. And we see the cross, and we see the market going down. Let me see what it's doing on the 1 minute. And we see that the market went down. So now what we want to look at, the RSI and the stochastic is way down here, way down here. At this point, we're looking for the market to reverse. Now, can it still go down? Absolutely, but we want to kind of keep our eye out on the reverse. And that's pretty much like the name of the game when it comes to this trading. Like even right here, super high on the stochastic, super high on the RSI is pushing down. This could be the real push, it could be the fake out, but let's see what it's doing on the 5 minute. See what the 5 minute story is telling us. So the 5 minute story is telling us on a buy. But it may be exhausting itself because as you see, this is kind of pushing down a little bit and this is high. So when it's high, we got all this room down here for it to push down. So it could be a fake out. It could be the ultimate push down, but we kind of just got to wait on it and see. So once again, let's mark this up. This is the candle that we was looking at. And let's see where it goes from there. Let's check out USD/JPY. USD/JPY on a 5 minute, it's low. So of course we feel like it's gonna go up. Let me mark this up. Let's see what it's doing on a 1 minute. 1 minute is pushing up. And 5 minute, it is, this actually might be a great setup for us because this is starting to push up from this low level. This is creeping down. The idea is for us to get the cross back up, but since it's in this zone, this is in a good place. It's in a good place to push up. So let's keep our eye on this and see what it's doing. And you guys can look through all the pairs if you want to. Look through all the pairs, like even if it's like a pair without the proper percentage. If you guys see something, let me know, and let's see if we can, get you guys in on some trades. So I know, Anthony, you said you made a trade. Monroe, is that how you pronounce it? Monroe?
Yeah, it's Monroe.
Monroe?
Yeah, I'm marking up my charts right now. I'm trying to find some trend lines.
Okay. And then if you guys see something and you want to take it, call it out and we can all watch it together. And like I said, I'll let you know why it's a good trade or not a good trade. So I'm going to pull up some different ones myself. And ideally, I wouldn't pick the ones with the lower percentages, but I just want to get some different options so I can find like the ideal setup to get in. To give you guys a prime example of what a good trade looks like.
I'm looking at Euro GBP on the 1 minute right now, and it looks like it's pushing up. It's on like it's on that blue line at the bottom on the stochastic.
Yeah.
It looks like it's about to push up.
This looks like a good push up. Let's see what it's doing on the 5 minute. On the 5 minute, we got the cross down. So I wouldn't get in on it unless I'm doing like a 1 minute scalp or a 2 minute scalp. This is kind of next level, but you can really manipulate the hell out of this because it's pushing down overall, but we might just catch a little spike up. So on these, I will wait for it to cross the 50 line.
Mm-hmm.
If it crossed the 50 line, and get in on like a 1 minute or 2 minute. Now this is it's a higher risk trade. But you know, if you learn how to finesse it, you can finesse it. So right now it's at a high point. If I got like a strong pullback right now, I would get in, like, because I know it's gonna go up for at least a couple minutes, but I will wait on it. But I honestly, somebody could have got in 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes ago if they would have got in when it was down here and they saw it crossing up, and if they would have been on a 1 minute or 2 minute or maybe even a 3 minute, they would have got it. But you were right. You see that strong push? Now we got the candle. Like when we get a flat candle, that means the momentum is there, like a strong momentum. So these candles mean it's not as strong. Like, yes, it's moving in the right direction, but it's not strong. But when we get a flat candle on a Hakanashi, it's saying that the momentum is in your favor. Just like here, we saw this wick right here. These little things that stick out are called wicks. So we got a wick right here, but then we got a flat top candle. So that gave us the momentum to push us all the way down here. But anytime we get a flat candle, it's never a guarantee that it's like, hey, this is going to be for sure going this way, but it's just showing momentum. And we can see it didn't reverse on us. It's still pushing up. So you actually had that 100% correct. If we would have got in on that trade, we would have for sure won it because we've been looking at it for at least 2 minutes.
Okay, for sure.
But that's really, I mean, you called it. That's really all you need to look for. And even if you look at when it comes to marking up ceilings and floors, yes, this is way down here and this is here, but it's never going to be exact because we literally dealing with like billions and billions and billions of dollars in each candle. So it's never going to be exact. But if we get 2 or 3 touches in the same area, then that's considered a floor. And we can kind of visualize and look, like we see that it's going down and it hit something because it reacted. And then when it reacted, it pushed all the way back up. So you can see that this is a zone and a floor. So even if you want to mark them up with different shapes, like this was a rejection zone. And we see exactly what it did. And we see what it did here, and we see what it did here. So you called that one out perfectly. If you keep peeping those out and you put in a 2 to 3 minute trade, you'll literally make money forever. And I'm not gonna say it's that easy, but with practice, it's gonna be that easy.
On your daily trading, are these the only 2 indicators that you're using?
Oh no, I use all of this craziness. See all of this shit? I use all of these to read the market. I just didn't want to put them all in to like confuse you guys, but this is literally like the super simple entry level trading basics. I don't want to like super overwhelm people, but I use a lot of indicators for a lot of different things to increase my.
Because this week I'm working on the itchy cloud strategy on my own live account trading. And I did notice a couple weeks ago you had hit a big trade. So I spent the last 2 weeks trying to figure out what that cloud was. And is that what you're using on your daily basis though?
Not on my daily basis, but from time to time, I definitely pull it up. I use it as an extra confirmation. So the Ichimoku cloud shows trends. So as I'm watching this trend and I see that it hit this ceiling, move this up. I see that it hit this ceiling zone, like right here, rejected, right here, rejected, right here, rejected. And then it bounced down. If I was looking at the cloud, anytime it crosses under the cloud, it usually shows downward momentum. And you can see how long it stayed under the cloud. Even when it bounced up here, when it pushes back out of the cloud, like for instance, let's see exactly. And I'm really giving y'all the sauce. I paid a lot of money to get this information. So I hope you guys are taking notes because this definitely some experts gave me this stuff, like some big money makers. So let's just say we was looking at the market right here, right? And we saw that it pushed down under the cloud. Let's look on a 5 minute and see what the 5 minute story told us. So even on the 5 minute, this isn't our ideal place, but it did cross down. It did push up. It was at a high momentum level and we got the cross down. Now it's crossing back up and you see what this candle is doing. But on the 1 minute, that little cross gave us all this momentum.
Right.
So let's see what it's doing on the lower time frame. Actually, is that the same chart? I think I mixed up charts. Now I'm confused. Let me pull up another chart. But yeah, if it's above the cloud, you want to look for buys. If it's below, you want to look for sales. For instance, like this, we saw that it was down here. We saw the stochastic was low. Not the best position, but a good position. The best position is down here when it's like all
Okay.
the way low. But when you get the cross up here, the push up here, and it cleared the cloud, at this point,
Mhm.
looking for all buy opportunities. So even when we had these two candles, this was 10 minutes of a pullback. But after this
Mhm.
pullback and we saw this cross back up, look what it did.
So
So
is it able to set this pocket options as to catch all of those candles? Like, say I wanted to set it up for an hour, I could do that and catch all those candles.
yeah, but everything is based off time. So you can put in an hour,
Okay.
but it's all about where the price is at the time of expiration date.
Okay.
So if you feel like the market is going to be a certain place within the next hour and you do that, you can trade like that. But I know most people trade like anywhere between 1 minute and 15 minutes. Me personally, I'm just trying to master, well, I'm not trying to, I am mastering anywhere between 1 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
So for the sake of just trading, and then I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up with you guys. I'm gonna see if I can catch some 1 minutes, just strictly off of the RSI and the stochastic. Let's see if we can catch some moves and see. So this looks like it's at a ceiling. It's above the cloud though, so I probably wouldn't get in on a buy, but it's just something to look at. But how I like to trade is I literally pull them all up. I'm just looking for my moves. I know my moves when I see it. If this crosses down past the cloud, I'm gonna start looking for sales. So now that we got the cloud up, we got a little more extra confirmation. So like even like this one, when I trade off the cloud also signifies support and resistance as well. So it usually reacts on these lines. It's not perfect. It's not going to be every time, but if it's aligning with everything else you got going on, you can really read the market. So let's see if this wants to push up out of here or push back down. If I get a strong push, then I'll get in on a 1 minute sale and let's see if I can get it. It's below the cloud. If it reacts to this, you see how I push down? Well, let's just get in on a sale, 1 minute sale, and see if we can. This is called scalping. So let's
Okay. Yeah.
see if we can get the scalp in 1 minute.
So 3 minutes isn't considered scalping, but like 1 minute little trades are.
I mean, honestly, all of this is considered scalping, but on a lower time frame, it's like really scalping. Like so, in
Sure.
the technical term, it's all considered scalping because in regular
Yeah.
trading, we trade for hours. You know what I'm saying? So technically, this
Yeah.
is all considered scalping, but this is like super scalping, I guess. So if we got 10 seconds to see if we hold. Hopefully, we don't get no little weird bounce up, but it looks like we're gonna clear, and we cleared. And this is something a little different because I'm using the cloud now. So since you asked about the cloud, I'll show you guys how I use the cloud. So the reason why we won this trade, we got the market pushing up and it got into this area and it rejected. Got to this area, it rejected. We had a little push down and push back up, got to this area, rejected, rejected. So it's under the cloud. So we're looking for sell opportunities. So when I saw it touch this blue line and push down, I'm like, oh, let me see if I can ride that momentum and get in with a 1 minute trade. And that's what the 1 minute trades is all about. It's about riding the momentum. So we saw the bounce. It said it was going to be a sale because it's under the cloud. We got the momentum push. We got the trade. We got the little crossover right here. This ain't really telling us nothing too significant. Just know if it's under the 50 line, it's sell signals. If it's above the 50 line, it's buy signals. So it was under. As we see, it's still pushing down now. So even if we would have got it on a 2-minute trade, we would have got it. Boom, boom, boom. And when you guys learn the indicators, it helps you even more. And like I said, we got the iMarkets Live tools that really help us out a lot. So I'm gonna pause the screen real quick so I can log in, and then I'm gonna show you guys the tools that we use so you can see on another level, and then I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. But I mean, what you guys think about what you're getting so far?